gentlemen, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for these devotionals. Today we are in Daniel chapter 6. I'm going to read verses 25 through 27. We pick up in the story where God is victorious. Daniel is saved from the lion's den, and the men who plotted against Daniel and Darius are sentenced and killed. And then immediately following, Darius makes this public proclamation. It's a little crazy. Then King Darius wrote to all peoples and all nations and all languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you. I make a decree, that in all my dominion, people are to tremble in fear before the God of Daniel. How about that? And then he says, for he is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom shall never be destroyed, and his dominion shall be to the end. He delivers and rescues. He works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. He who has saved Daniel from the power of the lions. So guys, this is a pretty profound declaration by King Darius, who is the present world emperor. And I think those of us who are redeemed hear something like this and dream of a moment like this. I mean, right now, I believe that there are men listening to this devotional who want something like this to happen in our world with many of our present current leaders. But on another level, I do believe that there are some of us who want this to happen with family and friends who don't know Christ. I mean, we would love for God to show up one day and do something miraculous that would change them forever. We want them to see something so spectacular that it would turn them from opponents to proponents. And get this, I believe it can still happen. And here's what's required. One faithful man. That's it. One faithful man. You know, sometimes I think we fellas, we fail to see the genius of obedience done over a long period of time. You see, one faithful man can have an impact. This man could even be a castrated slave who would never have a wife or family. He could be someone living under the oppression of a king in a culture and during a political system that was actually planning his own demise. And yet, given impossible odds, God worked through this man. His name was Daniel, and it resulted in salvation for him and others, and even the public proclamation of God's name to the entire known world. Do you know what that means? That means he could use you, but that means that you've got to be faithful in the most challenging of times in your life. So guys, here's the message. Don't give up today. Don't give up. God might be about to use you to do something miraculous and proclaim his name to the end of the earth. So consider this today. You know, what's that one thing that you need to do to be faithful today? Just that one thing. And then do that one thing. And with that, fellas, I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.